Multiverse. I am Thaddeus, as always, and I am joined this time with my dearest of dear friends, my little Frodo, my magical hobbit, Mikey.
The good old Shire folk. What's up?
Oh, just hanging out, talking magic.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. So, backstory just a little bit before we get into it. Mikey is actually the guy who got me to start playing Magic 9 years ago? 8 years ago. 8 years ago. I've been playing for 8 years.
Yeah, about 8.
And it was one of those things where him and Richard kept pestering me. It's like, just play. And I said, no, I don't want to play. Then he handed me this elemental deck that I wasn't allowed to keep.
It's still getting tweaked.
Oh, man,
9 years later.
That was so much fun. So this a-hole is the reason I'm doing a lot of stuff I am now. And after him whining at me, he didn't be in the last one. If you go on the Facebook, you'll see it. And he was like, I wanted to do it. So now he's here, and this one is all about Mikey. So no pressure.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, well, you're fine. We're gonna start off today is our standard ish deck tech-ish. I say ish because we're not going to give away a whole lot of the deck, just his thoughts and stuff on it. Mikey, standard, what deck are you wanting to play?
Out of the standard, we had a big talk, you, me, and Chav. I was looking at werewolves and wolves, just because you guys were aggressive on vampires, and I just like the speed of the werewolves. Because that's just the style I like to play. They're green and red, two of my three favorite colors. Green, red, and black are my jams.
Gundam, I get it.
Yep. So those are my colors. So, and I was just seeing them when we went to that pre-release, and that's what I noticed right off the bat. It's what I ran with. I didn't do too bad. It's really aggressive. I seen, like you were stating, lots of people are playing mid to late game. Mine was right up in the face right off the bat. I just didn't get cards that I needed to accelerate as fast enough as I wanted. So that's my plan with this. Is to try and get it accelerated to what I wanted. So I'll get them out quick and just turn them sideways like I like it.
Yeah. You're very good at that style.
It's easy. I just summon, and I'm going to swing.
Yeah. Which is like, if you know him, you know how he plays. And I can attest to it firsthand. 90% of his decks are, I play this guy, and then I turn him sideways and hit you in the face really hard.
I may have, 5 times the experience you have, but you know more in the combo-wise and building-wise. I build, basically off those 3 colors. My red, green, and the black. I just roll with it. Like you said, that elemental deck, I still have that, and I'm still messing with it. I got a few cards I gotta buy.
Well, it's ever growing. So, werewolves. Out of all the werewolves that are out there right now, what are your top, 2?
Oh.
Or have you even, looked deeply into them enough to, know the names?
I couldn't say I know the names yet. I'm not all into that like you and Chav can just name them right off the top of your head. I know their abilities and shit, some of them. It's a red one, when it flips, automatically when any other werewolf comes into play, they automatically flip, they just...
The Gear Reach Bandit or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a 3/2 for 3 with haste, starters with. Fucking awesome. And then when it flips, it's like a 4/3 where all other werewolves...
But you can't go wrong with either side of it.
No,
it's
you really
just,
can't.
and the flip side is just fucking awesome.
Right?
And then you do that command, drops more on the board, flip them right off as soon as they come on the board, and fucking start swinging.
Right? Yeah.
That's my jam right there.
So essentially, turn 3, you drop him out. Turn 4, you don't have to play anything, and then he flips, and then on their end step, assuming they haven't played more enough, whatever, you collect a company it, and you throw out a Lamholt Pacifist and a Duskwatch Recruiter.
Yep.
Boom! You already have a 4/4 and a 3/3, and all your guys cost less. And you're gonna swing it in turn 5 with what? 4, 8, 11.
11 damage.
Not including you probably have a Howlpack Resurgence out there or an Antarcus Command where they're already pumped up even more. And you've already hit them in the face numerous times before that.
Yep.
It's just a fun, beefy deck.
It's like you were saying before, it's going to have issues with sweep.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not every deck's going to win every time.
No.
But it's going to be fun nonetheless. You know, before anybody's doing anything, I'm already fucking hitting them in the face.
Yeah. Like, your biggest like downside to it, again, was like we just said with sweepers, but like Languish and Kozilek's Return and shit like that. And even Engulf the Shores is kind of a thing that can fuck you up, but, you know, that's...
Well, like you're saying, though, we can try and beef them up a little bit to try and get away from some of those clearers.
Yeah, which you do have. Like you got 4 Tucker's Command in there, which is just awesome. You know, it can burn them, ramp them, and pump them.
Yep.
Plus, if they have like a life gain deck, they just don't gain life.
Exactly.
And then you have 4 of those Halopack Resurgence, which gives them +1/+1 and trample. And it's also instant speed.
Yep.
Continuous buff. Fuck yeah.
So if need be, I can put it out on their turn to give me just that little extra when they think they got the okay to swing, and then I don't have to waste my mana my next turn. So an extra bonus.
Or if you're swinging in and they decide not to block, you've now put possibly another 4 or 5 damage onto them, which is sometimes
carry over with the trample, hopefully, because they're thinking they can just eat it with a 1/1 blocker or something.
And they just chump block it out.
Yep.
So much fun stuff. Oh yeah. Plus, if I don't think there are any that I know of, if they had any creature lands.
Not in the new set, I don't think.
Not for green and red.
Zendikar probably, the Return of Zendikar.
They had white and they had Needle Spires, which is red and white, Lumbering Falls, which is green and blue, Hissing Quagmire. I think that one is black and green, and that's like a 2/2 with Death Touch. And then there is something Vents, where it's black and white, where it's like a 2/2 with lifelink. So for some reason, they didn't give us another Raging Ravine, which would have been just fucking amazing. Oh, such a fun card.
Oh, we'll probably get some sick stuff out of this new set of all those reprints.
Yeah, but it's not going to be standard legal.
What, the reprints?
For Eternal Masters?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're making that more for like legacy and vintage players.
Still gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm not by no means am I saying it's not gonna be awesome. But if you're looking to put it in like a standard deck, I wouldn't like hold my breath for that one.
Right.
But then you also have what is it? The Moon one that's coming out in July.
I haven't seen anything on that one.
I haven't done any spoilers for it yet. They usually wait till about like a couple weeks or 3 weeks before they put it out there. Oh my God.
Reprint one's the only one I've seen so far.
Yeah, that comes out like middle of June.
Yeah, there's some pretty sweet stuff in there. I was looking through some stuff on that.
But then I think it's like end of July is the second set in the block of Shadows, which some Eldritch Moon. That's what it is.
Well, hopefully we'll get some more sexy wolves to, give my edge on that.
On that topic, nice segue. High five.
Yeah, right.
Good for you. On that one, Eldritch Moon's coming out in July. 1 or 2 cards that would just be super sexy for your sexy wolf.
If I could build a card, it would be pretty
from scratch. Go nuts.
There'd be one I can almost say it can either be an artifact or an enchantment or something. Almost call it like I was thinking Blood Moon at first, but that'd be more for a vampire, you would think.
Well, there's already a card called Blood Moon.
Is there?
There's an enchantment where it's like cost 4. All non-basic lands are mountains.
Well, that just don't work then.
It does not.
Well, you can do like we can go with Route of
Full Moon.
We can do Full Moon, or you could do like a Silver Moon.
Yeah.
And because I was thinking Silver Moon was next, other than Blood Moon. But when you think Silver, it's going to be a weakness. But this will be buffing them. Put in play. It's almost like another buff. You can put in play. It can either be an instant. I was thinking more of an enchantment because it's a permanent deal on. Since it's a moon, it'll be longer lasting than an instant speed.
Unless there's like really heavy cloud coverage that night. like someone plays Silver Moon and like go. And they're like
cloud coverage.
Cloud coverage.
What the fuck?
Destroy target moon.
But it immediately transforms all werewolves on the board. And gives, you could say...
hexproof?
I wasn't thinking hexproof. I was thinking almost like a moon rage. Since they're transforming immediately, they're getting a huge ramp. but is coming at the cost of losing some defense. But they're getting a massive ramp.
So they go. So say you have like Dustwatch Recruiter where I'll flip into a 3-3 instead of being a 3-3, it goes like a 4-2, or like a 5-1. Like the defense goes way down.
I'm thinking defense goes way down. We're going like if it's like a 3-3, it's going down to like it's ramping up to like a 6-1, 5-1 right off the bat, and they can start swinging immediately because due to the aggression, due to the blood rage.
So it's going to flip them, pump them, and give them haste.
Yeah.
What's that going to cost?
It's going to be high.
Thinking like 5 mana?
I was thinking more 6 plus.
That does seem like a game winner. Especially if you already have Howlpack Resurgers out
It's almost like an overrun kind of deal, but it's for wolves, but it gives them that little extra haste edge.
So now is the thing, when it's cast, flip the werewolves? Or is it like, when it's cast, werewolves all going to get flipped, and whenever a werewolf enters the battlefield, it is automatically transformed?
Yeah, as soon as it hits the board, all werewolves on board flip, and any werewolf entering into combat that's on any werewolf. So that's the bad thing about it. Since it's a moon, it's going to affect the opposing team as well if they're doing a wolf deck. So that could be the bad thing about it. But, it's got to have its positive and negatives.
What was the negative to it?
It flips every wolf on the board, including opponents. And then they get the negative on the defense.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then you can just sideboard in things like dual shot.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna like going against like a mirror match, you can throw that in there, and then you just like play it, and then you just like ping out a bunch of those little motherfuckers,
and then swing in
with all that trample.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Silver Moon.
Yep.
I'm putting this down. Make this card. That sounds fucking awesome. I would play the shit out of that.
Silver Moon with Moon Rage.
Moon Rage. I gotta put that in there as a new ability. I'm like legitimately going to send this to Wizards. Be like, put this in Eldritch Moon. All right, do it. You got another one you want to do? Like a legendary wolf, or like, because you kind of have one in the sense of like Arlen Cord.
You could do Werewolf Pack Leader, and it's got an ability like I don't know what you would call it. Some kind of you could do Pride Howl, and it can ramp up all wolves on the board or target wolf on the board, and beefing up that wolf temporarily, or giving it. You can go back into the Moon Rage, giving it a Moon Rage almost temporarily.
Are you looking at like you pay mana to like pump up these things?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Or is it like when he enters battlefield?
No, not when it enters in the battlefield. That's an ability you can use on the board after it's on the board. It's not an immediate.
So it's an activated ability.
Yep.
And is it whenever or just when you're attacking?
Whenever.
Or
you can make it more aggressive and do it only when attacking.
Is it only when he's in the werewolf form though, or is it even if he's like the human werewolf? Or is he always like it's just werewolf form? Like
I would say to give it the negative side, it'd be only when in werewolf form.
What would it cost for this guy? What would his stats be?
If it's a pack leader, I'd say it'd have to be high. We're looking.
Now, are you just a generic pack leader, or are you looking like a legendary pack leader?
Oh, if we're gonna go beefing it up like this, I'd say it'd have to be a legendary pack leader.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think here. You can do like Elder Pack Leader or Scarred Pack Leader.
But it would need like a legit name though. Like I don't know if you're reading the lore or anything that's like comes out on Wizards site they do for like all the sets that come out.
I did a little bit on the
Shadows,
the houses for the vampires.
Yeah,
I didn't really look at it.
They have like actual stories and stuff like that come through, and like there's one like the lore of like Arlen Cord where she got turned through this really ancient like pack of werewolves, which I don't think the guy ever got printed, and if he did, he got printed in like the old Innistrad set, which I didn't play. I don't know if you played it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they made him a guard, but if they didn't, they could like bring him back and like he just happened to survive all these years and make him like that legendary werewolf.
You can almost do it as it's one of the original werewolves.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he was like one of the founding werewolves.
Marcus, werewolf founder, and then it's got that beef up abilities for all werewolves. It gives them
Moon Rage.
Yeah, it gives him almost basically the Moon Rage because he's a pack leader. That'd be sweet. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Fuck yeah! All right,
You'd have to have a full playset of those sons of bitches. I'd have to say he'd
be a little expensive.
Yeah, we're looking. Let's say he's green. He comes on the board as
a 4/4 for 5.
I was thinking more lower on the defense and more aggressive on attack. So I was thinking
like a 5/3,
a 5/3 almost.
5/3 for 5.
I was thinking 5. Yeah, 3 colors, 2 forests.
What if it was multicolored, like 3, a mountain and a forest?
Could do that as well.
Because you got Wolfman both green and red.
Since he's the original,
so he's the founder. That's where it splits.
Yeah, and that's where they split. Yeah, that makes more sense.
So it's 3 red and a green for a 5/3. No other ability on that side. When he flips, he also gets Moon Rage. So he becomes a 7/1. Where all other werewolves get Moon Rage, or target werewolf gets Moon Rage?
If it's a legendary, I'd have to say all on the board.
Is it... So he flips, but if something else doesn't flip for some reason, like if you play a creature after he's already flipped, and you don't have Silverman out there, you can pay like 2 and a green, target werewolf gets Moon Rage?
Yeah, you could do something like that, and the Moon Rage causes them to flip and get the bonus.
Yeah.
Well, you could say it could almost be like a town elder originally for his original before he flips, and then when he flips, he's let's see. Marcus the town elder flips to Marcus the let's see.
Marcus the Silver Moon?
You do something like that. Marcus the Silver Moon.
Yeah, that's just badass. Make this happen, Wizards.
You can do Marcus the Silver Moon or Marcus the... Marcus Silver of the Moon Pack or something to add in the original pack name somehow.
Yeah, because over time, like, names get distorted, so he's got the original name.
Yeah, or that's Marcus the Silver Moon, and that's where they come up with names down the road for the packs is from the elders' names. You can almost do multiple elders.
So you got werewolf houses.
Yeah.
Werewolf packs. We got the vampire houses and the werewolf packs.
Yes.
All right.
That'd be sweet.
All right.
And certain ones have been fighting with certain houses for years.
Bombing, yo. All right, so we have got some badass wolves to look forward to, possibly, in the near future.
I wish. That'd be awesome.
We can hope. We can send it to Wizards. Worst case scenario, they look at it and
pray and send stuff.
Yeah, just every day we send them like an email.
Same thing.
Like,
make this card.
Make this a thing, Wizards. It'd be so fucking fun. Turns out they already have it, and they're like, how do we get into our R&D department? Like, I'm a ninja. I put on the One Ring.
We need to send these guys over here.
Yeah. Why do we not have a DC division? Alright, so that is Mikey's standard deck and what he hopes in the future for his lovely pups, as it were.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
Those are cool card ideas. Kind of geeky on this. So.
Yeah. Alright. We have a new segment that we're starting. We're going to do this every episode, and possibly if we don't get time to do it on every episode, I want to do it at least once a week with somebody. So always go on to my YouTube channel and check it out. It's called Magic the Heroing.
Yeah, this will give you, if we do it with everybody, it gives you a different bounce off per person.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be fun. I thought
everybody
this,
as deep in as you and I, though. You're way deeper than I am, but
yeah, I'm stupid.
I think I seem like I probably know more than Carl, but I bet John's probably got a plethora of information on that.
Well, I'm going with everybody. Right. Like it's a community thing, is what this part is. It's
Carl Shaw would be one of the ones that would get heavy into that too.
Oh, everyone
Jones over that.
Everyone get heavy. We're gonna get back to that anyway later. It's called Magic the Heroing, where we're going to take a superhero, starting with. We're going to turn them into a magic card with their abilities, stats, downside, upside, awesomeness. But they also get their support cards. Mm-hmm. And they get one hero and one support card. But Magic the Heroing, get our hero and our villain eventually, hopefully. We get to that
definitely
part.
Doing villains. Don't even maybe.
Well, maybe.
Come on. No, we talked about we're doing Darkseid and all those badasses.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking fun. But we're starting with heroes right now. And this week we're starting with the Mac Daddy of heroes.
OP. Ridiculous.
OP. The best of the heroes. And we're going DC first.
I wouldn't go the best.
If you want to go power-wise and strength-wise, who is better than him?
I didn't say that. I just said he's not my favorite.
No. You said not the best. I can record this and go back and look at it.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You want to be... Like,
okay, we'll take that back. I'll restate that.
Yeah,
he is the best. He's not my favorite.
Not my favorite either.
Okay.
But, arguably, no one's better than him.
Yeah, he's way too OP.
Yeah, well, he has every power in the book. And if you haven't figured out who we're talking about yet, you need to go read a comic. We are, of course, referencing to the all-powerful Man of Steel, the last Kryptonian, until Kara shows up, and then Zod, and then the Phantom Zone. It's Superman. The last man of Krypton. Bold-faced lie. Fucking Kryptonians, dude.
If we didn't have some cool ideas already, I would say this wouldn't be fun. Because it's Superman. I don't like Superman.
I really don't like Superman either.
He's just way too OP.
Yeah,
it makes it not fun.
Yeah, it's like playing that one deck, and this ties into Magic. It's like playing that one deck that you just can't ever beat. Like turn one they win. That's no fun. That's fucking Superman. Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you, dickhead?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right, so we got some fun ideas for Superman. We kind of came together on this one.
He had the base stuff, and then I kind of started blurting stuff out. He's like, "That's awesome!" I started writing stuff down. So I think we're eventually going to actually, believe it or not, we're going to build a hero deck and a villain deck, and then I think we're going to fight each other and see how this turns out.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. I think we're going to have to rock, paper, scissors on who gets which one, though. Because I think there's both. We're going to want to... Yeah, the hero's going to be cool. The villain's going to be sweet. We're going to have to just rock, paper, scissors and see who gets to play which.
Oh, yeah. And they're all going to be 5-color decks, too. That's the thing.
No, that's going to be so
hard. It's going to be 5-color good stuff. That's what every deck's going to be. But right now we are discussing Superman and the OP-ness that is Superman.
He is very OP.
So Superman, base stats are pretty generic, if you want.
Sure, generic.
Generic. And in the sense of he has everything. Okay. For the most part, he doesn't have haste.
For crying out loud, he's a 16-16.
Yeah, but he costs 15 to get out.
Still, he's a 16-16.
So here's the thing. Superman is legendary creature, Kryptonian. That is his creature type.
Yep.
Converted mana cost is green, white, and 11 of anything.
Yep.
So it's going to cost you 15 to get him out. And 2 have to be green, 2 have to be white. White because of his nobility and nobleness and fucking just goodness of heroes and shit. And the green because he gets his power from the fucking sun.
I know. So we had an argument about that. We did.
And I had to make my point. I'll make it here right now. He absorbs his power from the radiation of the sun.
Which is why I thought planes.
Yeah.
But then you're going for the nobility part. For the planes.
For the planes and stuff. And it's like it has his moral compass that he got from his dad. From the cartoon, not from that shitty-ass Man of Steel. Just pointing that motherfucker out right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you liked it. Whatever. You're suck a dick.
Sorry if you liked it.
You just have bad taste in life, I guess. I don't know. But the green, he absorbs his power from the sunlight. Am I wrong?
No.
I'm not wrong.
Hence why he stayed in the sun for... 5,000 years and was ungodly OP, became Superman Prime.
Yeah. What
was it? Superman Prime 1000 or whatever.
It was something stupid.
And he was like crazy OP. He's gold for Christ. Like
he could like crush a galaxy if he fucking wanted to and shit.
He could go back in time, forward into time. He could give some of his abilities to other people. He was so BA now. Yeah.
Plus, come on. He had the one ability.
And he had a Green Lantern ring to top it off.
How stupid is that? Because that's what Superman needs. He needs a fucking Green Lantern ring. I don't have enough of willpower. That's what I need. I just thought of an ability we could put on there. Because he has that solar burst thing now.
Yeah, the solar flare or whatever.
Yeah, it just explodes all this nuclear energy shit.
I was thinking that earlier, but I figured we had so much stuff here going off, I didn't want to add it.
Yeah, I know. I kind of almost want to put that in there as well.
Because then you can make him... I could almost say that's an ability card, specifically traded towards Kryptonians. You can do class type.
It'll be an instant.
Yes.
We're going to get to that one. We'll get to that one.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Anyhow, we'll go with what we got now.
What do we have?
We're going to get sidetracked like you said we wouldn't.
I'm horrible at it. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but... So, we have his command cost. His attack and toughness is the biggest, just straight summoning creature, because we're not counting...
Unglued sets and stuff.
And that Merit Liege, where, like, it's a land where it becomes a 20/20.
You also had that unglued set where you got two parts of it, and it was a 99/99.
Yeah, like legit sets of just a straight creature you can cast, and this is it. He's by far the biggest. Because the one next below it, Ulamog, who is was
15,
it no, Emrakul.
Emrakul was 15/15
with protection from everything.
We should almost get him an Annihilator ability.
No, that'd be a dark side ability. We're good. No,
did we put that on dark side?
Superman.
Okay.
Superman. Okay, so he's a 16/16. Pretty OP stats. That's not even getting to his like abilities, which is a list and yeah.
Like I said, there's not enough room for card text. We're gonna have to look online for rest of card text.
Yeah, like it comes with like it's a flip card. You know, it's like it's just everything else.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Flip card. So his abilities, what we decided on, were gonna be.
We had flying, vigilance, and did we have haste?
No, indestructible.
Indestructible. That's
indestructible.
Well, because it's Superman.
Yeah, he's flying, which, motherfucker flies. Indestructible, you can't really kill him. And vigilance, because...
I said haste originally, but we decided that was going to be on Flash, and we won't get into any more of that.
Yeah.
But we talked about that.
We could put it on Superman, but I almost think that's like an unfair advantage of having a 16/16 flying, vigilant, indestructible guy. You can swing in.
Superman, he's OP
right
anyways. But
I get it. I get it.
I understand. We got to save some of the stuff for the other guys.
Yeah, and it does actually make sense to put haste on him in the sense of he's always going to be the first one into the fray. Mm-hmm. So we could put haste on there, but I'm gonna call the.
I could also see him just coming out and he's just gonna sit there and bask in his glory badassness and just sit there for a turn. It's like, yeah, I'm badass. Just stare at me for a minute.
I can see not putting haste on there in a sense of like putting him out there and it's like, do you really want to fight me? You really want a piece of this?
He's trying to do board presence first.
Yes, he gives you a chance to concede before he punches you in the face really hard.
You can almost do Pokemon route and say it's an Intimidate form. He's got to wait one turn.
Exactly. There we go. He also has laser vision, which is fire breathing.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Where it's a +1 and a red, or it's 1 and a red, and he gets a +1 to his attack for every time you pay it, which is,
You can go as much as you got on the board for
which if you're paying 16...
You got it.
Yeah. So you can make him a fucking, what? I can't even do math in my head. +8 to his attack, so 24, 16.
You definitely would have to put it in the multicolor deck like we were talking. Otherwise, if you just did its 2 base colors, you wouldn't be able to do its board ability.
Yeah. Well, he's 9 colors, but like every one of these decks can be like 5 colors.
That's gonna be redonk.
Yeah. So he has that. He also has Superman must block each turn.
Yep.
If
because
able to.
He's Superman.
Yeah, he protects his friends and
everybody. Or he's Planeswalker.
Yeah, or he's Planeswalker, which is you probably going to be Mikey because I'm never.
It's going to be more black heavy on the dark side.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna more want that, but it's more the
but then
roll.
But then you have Batman too. Fucking Superman! Come on! All right, so he has to block every turn if able because that's what he does. He protects his allies. Focus. We gotta do Superman. We can do Batman next.
No, we discussed we're doing Green Lantern next.
All right, fine. We're doing Green Lantern.
Anyhow,
Wrote it down. But his downside is, and this is because he's very weak to magic.
Yep.
If he becomes a target of a spell or sorcery or instant,
he has
tap Superman.
Tap. Yep.
You don't kill him, but you tap him. You knock him out.
Yep.
Essentially, and he'll untap on the regular untap step unless it's like, I don't know, sleep, something.
Should we go the route that if you use it more than 5 times per game, he automatically becomes immune to it, like he eventually does farther down the line?
Yeah. I'm gonna write this down real quick. It has like a 5 hit limit.
Yep.
I'm gonna put that in there real quick. 5 hit limit.
You can almost do that for the Kryptonite too. If there's any Kryptonians that were on the board that got exiled, they can come out after a board presence of 10 or more turns.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Let's finish Superman.
Yeah,
Okay, we're gonna finish Superman. So he gets hit by a spell, tap him. You only get 5 times though, so you gotta make him count.
Is he just tapped for that turn, or is gonna controller's next untap step?
So whatever turn it is if you tap him on your turn, he has to come back around to your untap step to untap him.
Mm-hmm.
But if they tap him on like their turn, comes back to your turn, he untaps. Unless it's something where it's like what is it? Send to sleep or whatever, where it's like tap 2 target creatures, and if it has spell mastery, they don't untap.
Mm-hmm.
Then he won't untap till your next untap step. But then I would get confused if you like aim high, where it's a target creature gets +2/+2 and reach untap target creature. So you're untapping him. Would he then re-tap because he was targeted by it, or because he was already tapped when you targeted them? Then
I'd have to say that'd be on a stack, and that would re-tap him.
I think what would happen was you would target him with aim high, and then his ability of tap target creature would go on there. That would resolve where he's already tapped. So then aim high would resolve. He gets the bonus, and then he untaps.
I would have to say he stays tapped because it's a magic ability. It's automatically going to cripple him, so the only thing you can use on him that would keep him from untapping would be artifacts, equipment cards.
Well, that's the thing. If you're putting on the stack, his would be when it's targeted by it. So then that ability would resolve, and then he gets the bonus and everything that happens on the spell he's being targeted by. Then that all happens. So if at the very end of the spell it says untap him because he's already been targeted by it, so then that goes on top. So the way the stack would work is it would tap him.
Yeah, you got to go magic rules plus on top of
Flavor.
the flavor text and stuff. So I could see that. So yeah,
I'm gonna say he would untap with that one, but anything else, he's tapped.
I'll go that route.
By anything, So there's that, and then we also gave him Affinity of Heroes.
Yep.
Which he costs 1 less for each hero you control. It could be any hero. So if you have like fucking Batman, Robin, Vigilante, and I don't know, Booster Gold out there, I'm not saying we're gonna get those ones, he'll cost 4 less. But he also has, which is also Affinity for Heroes, if you have all 6 other Justice League members out there, he costs nothing.
Yep.
And I think the ones we decided on were going to be Batman.
Yep.
Wonder Woman.
Yep.
Flash.
Yep.
Green Lantern.
Yep.
Martian Manhunter.
Yes.
Aquaman. That's
and Aquaman.
You have to have all 6 of those up there, and then you just put Superman out on the battlefield.
Yeah. And we picked Aquaman because we both liked Aquaman.
Yeah. That is what we have for Superman. If you agree or disagree, please let us know.
Or if you know who to play which deck.
Yes.
We can go by that route too.
Yeah.
If we get people to vote on who you want to play which deck, if you want me, Michael, to play the dark or the hero deck, villain or hero deck, vote.
Let us know.
Or if you want Tad to play the hero or the villain deck, vote. And we'll go that route.
Or if you want neither of us to play and you want like Carl and Shav to duke it out.
Hey.
I know it's not fair, but you gotta give him a chance.
No, we don't.
That's true. We know it's my show.
Exactly.
It's my show. Us. I can make the damn rules if I want to.
Now watch, somebody's gonna pop in Shav or somebody.
Yeah, like we want Shav and Mikey to play. Damn it!
Shut your mouth!
Shut your dirty pie hole.
Shut your whore mouth.
That is what we have for Superman. But then for every hero, you have to have a foil. Do we not?
You want to go foil route for each character?
Well, Superman's foil is kryptonite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? like their downside, not like they're shiny. Which I think is what like
I was going foil route, shiny.
yeah. I saw the look on your face, and then you said foil, and I was like,
we could do some form of speed force, and somebody else gets the ability for flash.
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Come on. Now, I don't apologize for this. This is just how we are. We're trying it through each one, but every time we're going to do this, we're going to think of something else that's really freaking awesome.
All right. Anyhow, for Superman, obviously Kryptonite.
Kryptonite, but because there's like so many other Kryptonites.
He was originally going Kryptonite one route. I'd convinced him that we're going to do multiple forms of Kryptonite, doing multiple forms of abilities.
He did.
Now we will start with Green Kryptonite.
Green Kryptonite. I'll let you do the Kryptonite once I talk most of the Superman one up.
Okay.
So since you're kind of the villain of the group anyway.
Okay.
You get control
of
my greatest weakness.
Green Kryptonite is a legendary artifact.
Legendary artifact.
Comes onto the board. When it hits the board, all Kryptonians are exiled from the board. And you cannot summon, period, any Kryptonians onto the board while Green Kryptonite is on the board. Now, when Green Kryptonite is removed from the board, all exiled Kryptonians are put back onto the board. So, if you can get it off the board, you can get your BAOP Superman back and any of your other Kryptonians back onto the board.
It's just fucking stupid. You get Superman, Supergirl, and Crypto. What the fuck is that?
Right? Did we have anything else on it? Oh, yeah. You can get kryptonite poisoning on it. So either you can eat 1 life or you can pay 2 mana to prevent the kryptonite poisoning. And it's only on the holder's turn. It's not every other upkeep like I wanted to. Tad convinced me to do it just on the owner's upkeep.
It's a slow process.
But we did discuss we were going to do that on another route. On one other character that we do later.
Yes. Okay. We'll get to that.
Well, and we'll just say palladium poisoning for any hero fans. We'll go that route.
It's going to be fun.
So, obviously that's not DC, but we're not going about that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so did we have anything else on that for Green Kryptonite?
Kryptonite was pretty basic.
Okay.
Get rid of all... You essentially kill all Kryptonians.
Well,
which I liked the... I think actually, like I'm thinking about like on the Kryptonite, I actually like the straight up kill the Kryptonians. Whereas when we have like the Phantom Zone, we exile them all.
I know, but there's certain stuff how it goes. Green Kryptonite and some kills
and
Kryptonians, and some deal as Green Kryptonite just weakens, and Red Kryptonite kills, and then Red Kryptonite just takes overs.
And then
well, now were you going to go that route like we were talking? Or are we going to do Red Kryptonite controls target Kryptonian?
I like that one.
I do like that.
Where it's like control target Kryptonian, and it's gonna be an attachment artifact.
Yep.
And for this artifact, you can't attach it to your opponent's creature, which is where you want to put it anyway.
Exactly. Now, owners has to pay on an upkeep as well. As to what I would think.
Well, yeah, to keep control.
Let's say willpower. We can go willpower route to keep up the willpower. So we can go that same route for the other Kryptonite. It's 2, or do you want to eat 1 life as well, or do you just want to have to pay?
Just 2? On every Kryptonite, it's going to be pay 1 life or pay 2.
There you go.
Statically,
on that. Yeah.
Statically through every Kryptonite, that's going to be on it no matter what. Either pay a life or 2 mana.
Yep.
In order to keep the Kryptonite.
Now I did come to find out there's more than those 2 I knew of 3 Kryptonites. He just told me crazy amount more. We will get into more of those later.
We will.
Because I think we will have some that are only able to be used by the dark side, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun.
So
it's going to be stupid.
Especially if you want to go more in the role for Darkseid taking over Superman.
I was thinking of that one and Lex Luthor, dude.
Ooh, yeah, Lex Luthor.
How many attachments is he going to have for his battle suit?
Or, God dang it.
Metallo.
No.
Metallo would be a good one.
God damn it, I can't think of his name. Brainiac.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Brainiac. He's going to be an artifact creature.
Yes, and he's going to have built-in kryptonite, but immune to kryptonite poisoning. Or something like that, because it's built into him.
Yeah. Him and Metallo would have the same thing, though. Mm-hmm. But Brainiac would obviously be stronger.
Oh, you can interchange his kryptonites out of it.
Oh, yeah.
So he could technically have green kryptonite on him and do a lockdown of all Kryptonians, or he could take over a Kryptonian.
Or you can do, I think it's like white is takes all their powers away.
Yeah. Almost like the solar flare's negative effects.
Right?
Yeah. And then you could kill them.
Yeah. Then there's just a 16-16.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's easy to still get off the board.
Yeah, you can actually kill it with like Doomblade.
Doomblade.
Deadshot uses precise aim and put the bolt between his eye. Well, I think that covers our Magic the Heroing for this week.
Yeah, because we'll be here forever.
Yeah, we kind of have to like hold it back a little bit. Otherwise, we're just gonna gush. Is Mikey's story. Now, for set this up, I've been playing for 8-9 years, give or take. Mikey's the one that got me to start playing it. He's been playing for
21 years, we figured?
Yeah, because he started back with 4th edition. Now, for those of you young people like me, there is in fact a 4th edition. You know? And that came out back when I was 4 years old. I was 4 years old when he started playing. Now that sounds bad because he's not actually that much older than me. You're like, what, 2-3 years older than I am?
I'm 28 right now, so...
Yeah, he's 3 years older than me. So he was 8 years old when he started playing.
Kind of, well, I bought the decks. It took me a while to figure it out. Let's see. We'll just go ahead and roll into it.
We're just going into it. We're starting.
It was a dual starter decks that I actually bought at a garage sale. I found them and it piqued my interest. I bought them. I come to find out that my aunt was a heavy player in Magic. And she kind of explained a few things to me. She didn't really want to play with me. Probably because I was so young and it was more an advanced game. But I didn't really care. I ended up almost basically doing my own rules for a while. Until I figured out more.
Which periodically happened throughout the entire time I've also played.
Right. Or free mulliganing, for example, for the first mulli.
Well, our misinterpretation of protection from colors and stuff. And
yeah. But I kind of did that with myself for a while, and then
poor Mikey played with himself.
On a regular basis, you want to go that route. But anyhow, I met a friend of mine that finally moved down. My buddy Richard, and he played a little bit too, and him and I were playing on a very regular basis. And if anybody that's played with Richard, for Tad for instance, knows that Richard's a big old cheater when you're not paying attention.
Let's just call him, he forgets some of the rules from time to time.
Yeah, or likes to add things on the board that he wasn't able to put on the board.
Yeah. That did happen a few times.
But I kept expanding from there. I actually, believe it or not, still have the first card my aunt gave me.
No way.
Which was a 4th edition Siobhan Dragon. Ooh. Yeah, I still have it.
Pretty.
For anybody that knows me, I'm a huge, huge, huge Dragon fan no matter what game I've played.
What?
So Magic's a good one for me to play.
I thought there was a gecko on your arm there.
My Black Reanimator deck originally had dragons in it.
That's stupid.
And it was fun to play, don't get me wrong, but wasn't as awesome as it could be. So I flipped it back to how it needed to be, and nobody wants me to play it.
Yeah, he's not allowed to play that deck anymore. And while we're on that topic, do you want to tell me what you did last night?
Oh, I'm trying to get my girlfriend into playing Magic. So I have a solid white knight deck that I built. You know, they're not as nice as soldiers, but I've always liked knights, and nobody else had a knight deck, so I thought I needed to make one knight deck.
That's pretty nice.
And it's a pretty basic deck, so it's something good for my girlfriend to learn off of. So I had her play that, and then back to the deck we were talking about before, I was playing my green-red elemental deck that's been changed throughout the years. Well, she straight up curb stomped me the first 2 games, and I decided I needed to win a game, and I pulled out my black deck and won turn 3, I think. Turn 2 or 3 with I put an Iona Shield of Mirion play and told her she couldn't play any white spells. So she was pretty pissed.
That's what you want to do when you're trying to get someone to play a game, is just play the most trolly deck where they just don't get to play ever again.
And I did say it when we started. As soon as I started shuffling, said, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
I'm so proud of you.
I know, right? I got some Princess Bride deck sleeves that I solely got for my black deck per Tad's request, saying that I had to quote it every time I went to play that deck. So I did. And my girlfriend said I didn't need to quote it when I played her, but I did it anyways.
You have to play it. I would find out if you didn't. And then I'd be upset. Then I have to take his sleeves from him, and then that'd just be a fight I don't want to take.
But I've played from then throughout the years, off and on. I'd play somebody on a deck that I didn't like and get super pissed off, or a set would piss me off, and I wouldn't play for a couple of years, and I come back. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm big on red, green, and black. Black is my jam. Winning at all costs, that's my thing. Tad's big on blue. I hate blue with a passion. Complete board control is horseshit. But I guess you could also do that in black, but I don't like to play that in black. So I do not like blue. I only have one deck that's white.
Yeah.
All my other decks are red, green, or black.
Well, you have that one Tinker deck you're working on. But that's really not really blue. It's more of artifacts that uses blue.
Yeah.
To get out a Blightsteel Colossus.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's
Blight,
so fucking.
I'm not going to be able to play that deck
Turn
either. 3
Blightsteel Colossus, whatever.
Swing with an 11/11 trampler with Infect. I win.
That's going to be a thing.
Which obviously isn't technically illegal because you can only have, I think, one Tinker in a deck. And I have
tabletop.
4.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's casual tabletop play, just like his Reanimator deck. Probably not legal anywhere except for maybe Legacy.
I don't think it was too bad. If I looked when I was looking, it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
considering. I figured it. Most of my stuff would be limited to 1 per deck, but no, I didn't see any limits on any of them. I think I could play. Sorry, I keep burping. I've been drinking. I could play Legacy. Probably just Legacy, because you can play any set.
Basically, yeah. There's some limitations on it, but really, you can play whatever.
I can play Legacy. I don't think there was any limitations on any of the cards in my deck. Like I have Shieldred, I have Iona, Shield of Emeria, a couple other really sweet cards in there, a couple Sphinx.
You got all those fucking Predators in there.
I have only 2 Predators.
Yeah.
The blue and the black.
But they're like the strongest.
Shieldred, the black one, and then I can't think of the stupid blue one's name. Where
your opponent has no hand size, and you get to draw like 7 cards.
Per every turn, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a thing you can do. Excuse me.
Because I remember when I got, they're like, oh, don't worry, we don't have to worry about Iona. And I put that on the board on a team game. Well, okay, we got to worry about that. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, eat that, jerk.
Or he'll put up the fucking, that one white flyer where, like, we can't attack you.
Yeah.
Gotta kill that now, too. Damn it.
My flyer allows opponents can't attack me.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Basically, like, the deck is, I put everything awesome into the graveyard, and then I decide what I want to kill you with.
Whatever suits at the time, and whether it's a single game or a team game.
It's like a Swiss Army knife of.
It originally wasn't. It was originally only for 1v1, and it's almost. I can play team games with it and do all right with it. I can focus
as long as you're not getting targeted by some sort of black deck who destroys your hand every game.
We're not talking about that.
Or teamed up with a white green control deck where it just silences everything. He wanted to quit that night. I could see it in his face. He was done.
You got to mulligan heavy on that deck to get your combo. And my first hand, I had 2 of my pieces I needed, and I decided to risk it mulligan to get my other pieces. This is on a team game. Well, my next hand was all lands. I was like, well, shit. I'm going to have to mulligan again. And I mullied again, and I think I had 1 land. I didn't want to mulligan any farther, and I stayed with that 1 land for what, 5 turns, 6 turns?
Yeah, it was a long time where you just sat there.
And then I finally got the land I needed, was able to start putting shit on the board, and then some dickhole decided to, as soon as I did that, since he helped me build the deck, automatically started locking out my shit, and I couldn't put anything on the board.
John. Sorry. Man, I guess it's a weird cough tonight.
I know, right? Asshole!
Yeah. Oh, man, that was... I don't know about you, but I was having a blast that game.
Well, yeah, because you were on John's team.
He was also on my team, which isn't a bad thing.
Well, it didn't help either, and I was getting pissed off about that. And then, what were we playing? Arch Enemy? What were we playing?
Planes
Chase. And I decided to be a dumb shit and roll before my teammate could attack. We planes chased away, and I killed every creature on the board.
Basically, yeah.
Including my teammates.
That was a thing that happened, man.
But let's see.
So you've been playing this in 4th edition.
Yep.
You're playing with Richard.
Yep. I got heavy into 7th edition, buying cards like crazy. Back at Mall of the Bluffs a lot.
Now is the thing, yeah.
Yeah. Buying just cards as much as I could. And then, what was it? Carl, me, and Biggie, were you in on that when we bought that big old, 5,000 set of cards off eBay?
No.
We got that. We divided them all up by everybody's common color they preferred to play with. And
I walked with so many blue.
Yeah.
No one else plays blue but me.
Pretty much. Well, John does.
I think he actually prefers John and black more than blue.
Yeah, but he made a valid point. You can't really play a commander deck really efficiently without blue some form.
Yeah.
So
You got no draw power.
there's some draw in green and stuff, but nothing, not even close to the way you can in blue. Not even close. But
so you're getting all these cards.
Yeah.
I
got probably, I don't know, 30,000 cards.
Yeah, he's
easily
easily got the biggest collection out of all of us. I'll give him that.
I've been selling a lot lately though, because so I wouldn't have to spend money on new decks. Like, I'm currently in the process of finishing my werewolf deck. I'm in the process of finishing my zombie deck, which I'm using all my credit on for store credit to finish my
finishing his Tinker deck
and Tinker deck, and I got a few things to buy for my elemental deck, like flings, and I think 3 creatures, and that'll be done.
What about Amnoth the Rage or whatever? The 5/5 elemental. It's 3 a red and a green with landfall of whenever a land in a battlefield, put a 5/5 red and green elemental.
I want that in my deck, and I didn't have anything Shav wanted because he has one, so I'm probably just gonna have to buy one.
Plus, I didn't notice the second ability was whenever an elemental creature dies,
I can deal damage.
You lightning bolt someone.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Which is amazing. You put that with a fucking Chandra Flamecaller, where her first ability is put 2 3/1 red elemental creature tokens onto the battlefield.
I never thought about putting Chandra in my elemental deck.
Well, just for her first ability, where it's you get 2 elementals, just that one. The other ones are kind of whatever. But there's that one, and then you get the bottom ability is an earthquake.
You're gonna make me look now. I've been searching for a while, and I have this list of stuff I had ideas on. My phone will probably die before I can even get to it.
What are you thinking about?
I was looking at. Let's see.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, pretty much. There's one. I was looking at Pyro class console. It is a 3/3 elemental shaman with kinship. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may look at the top card of your library if it shares creature type Pyro class. You may reveal it. If you do, Pyro class deals 2 damage to target creature. To each creature. And since it's in an elemental deck, bonus. Right. I was obviously looking at Omnath, Locus of Rage. And I was also looking at Grave Sifter, Elemental Beast of 5/7 for 6. When Sifter enters the battlefield, each player chooses a creature type and returns any number of cards of that type from his graveyard to his or her hand. Well,
that's not bad. Refill your hand back after all your Vigors get killed.
Exactly, my Vigors or my Nova Chasers that I just did flings with or something with. I was thinking about these to go with some of my elementals to turn all my lands into creatures. Land creatures I control have vigilance, and I also had one that gave them, I believe, haste. That I was looking at. Yeah, land creatures I control have trample, sorry. And I had that 8/8 that turns all my lands into creatures. And who doesn't want an 8/0 for 3 with trample?
Wouldn't he automatically die though?
I think once he goes negative.
No, if it's 0, he's dead.
Then how would you even put him on the board?
You'd have to have some sort of pump automatically on there. Well, that's why it's a 0 trampler for 3. There has to be some sort of like static pump ability where he automatically has a bonus to his defense before you put him out there. Whether it's one of those like elementals where all elementals get +1/+1, or you have like I don't know, an always watching out there, or something, or coat of arms maybe.
All right. I was also looking at Pyre Charger, a 1/1 with haste and
for 2.
Yep.
With fire breathing.
Yep.
That's actually not bad.
Yep. I also seen this guy. Scourge Gyre gets a +1/1 for each creature your opponent controls.
That's not bad.
It's a high mana cost though. 5.
5 for 3/3, but if you're going against like I don't know, like that green deck I built, he'd be huge.
That one wasn't bad. Whenever an opponent casts a white or a blue instance or sorcery spell, a Mindspeaker deals 2 damage to that player.
So what you're saying is, the gist of it is you have a lot of elementals that you would love to get and or play.
Well, yeah.
Because there's so many to choose from.
I've been looking for a while. I even found some really cool black ones, but I don't have a black set. I had one that allowed them to... all flying creatures couldn't block that turn.
So, if you're going to pick one deck that you built, which for me personally, I think it's an elemental deck, which you love dragons, but elementals have always been like your constant deck that you've always had. Where with dragons, you're like, I have this dragon deck, and I have this dragon deck, I have this dragon deck, but then you have like this elemental deck. Like, which one came first, dragons or elementals?
Dragons came first. Elementals of that deck itself has stayed the longest. I've built multiple different dragon decks. Like, my Reanimator deck was originally dragons. I switched it out.
Well, maybe you had like a 5-color dragon deck.
Yep.
Then you have the solid red dragon deck.
I still have the solid red dragon deck. That's fun as shit to play.
Yeah. All the seething songs and shit in there.
Mm-hmm. Basically, I can ramp into a 6/6 flyer with haste on turn 3 or 4. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens.
Mm-hmm. With Hellkite Charger, if I have the right mana, I can hit with twice with his ability.
I haven't seen you do that one yet.
I've done it.
I haven't seen you. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying you haven't done it.
Right.
But I haven't seen you do it. So you're building dragons first. You have your elementals coming next.
Mm-hmm.
What deck did you ever take to an F&M? Or did you not go to like F&Ms until like me and Shaw started dragging you down there?
Yeah. I hadn't went until you guys drug me down.
Was it one of those things that you just didn't know about it, or like you weren't interested in doing that?
I wasn't interested in doing it because I had to go down to a format. I just enjoy building a deck with the cards I have, not having to go, well, I can only play with these blocks, and then I have to make a deck out of it, and then I don't have some of them, so I have to buy them. Or in 3 months after I get that deck built, I have to scrap it and build a new one because those are out of print now for that set. It gets irritating.
I get it. So you'd say you're more of a casual player than
Yeah, because I want to be able to use the same deck and keep playing it.
So you want to play Modern?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're playing. You're playing Modern or Extended before it was Modern.
Yeah.
You look grumpy.
Not really.
No, you're just thinking about like all the elementals you want to get, and you're like, how do I get them?
I am thinking I gotta buy some of that. Like I said, I gotta buy the flings for my Nova Chaser combo. I gotta get 3 of those, but those I can get 4 of them for not even $2.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. Or
yeah.
They're commons or uncommon or something like that.
They're
Easy. You're pretty easy to get.
They're commons.
Yeah.
They've been printed like I think 3 or 4 times now.
Alright, so you're playing for a while, you're playing with Richard. You have your elemental deck, you have your dragons deck.
Yeah.
Oh, what else did you have there? And I remember when I started playing with you, you also had that black deck about Corlesh.
With Corlesh, yeah.
Yeah, that thing was fun. And then like...
to try and ramp up Corlesh as much as possible.
And then the first deck I ever actually had, you built for me. And it was a solid black deck. And I think that was like first and only like solid black deck I've ever had.
I'm big on monocolors.
Yeah.
But monocolors have huge flaws. Hence, when I made my solid green standard deck to go to a Friday Night Magic, and an ally deck locked it down because it could lock colors down.
Oh, with the evangelical one. You can just go through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
But they also have their advantages where like the mana base is super easy to make.
Yeah.
And you have very easy strategy through it.
Yeah, it's a lot easier for my basic brain, I guess you could say.
If you want to, yeah, we can call you basic, you know.
I'm not in the advanced category yet.
No, I'm not there. I've been playing for 21 years, but
You and Shaw definitely got more on the combo experience than I do.
I ain't got nothing for John though. That dude's crazy.
Oh hell no, dude!
Like,
he's not up the current on any of the new cards, but anything previous back.
oh yeah, you go back from anything.
Holy fuck!
Anything from like I guess like Zendikar.
Yeah, Zendikar and back.
Yeah, like he's got that thing down.
He's got the jams on that.
Yeah, anything past that, I don't know.
He can even name off the names and tell you the abilities. I'm like, well, hang on, let me look that up real quick.
Well, I remember like I was like building decks for like Modern. And he's like, oh, you should play this card, this card, this card. I'm like, I can't. Why not? It's not in Modern. I can't play. Oh, it was much better. I'm like, I know.
Oh, it's obviously way cooler, but I can't use it.
It's not in the set. But
so I took a break for what, over a year? And then
like
you decided to show up and you're like, hey, I kind of brought my decks. You got any decks? I'm like, yeah, I still got all mine. You want to play? Like, we start playing and go, fuck, why did we stop playing this? And then here we are playing every other Saturday now.
Yeah. Well, like, I also took a break too. I took a 2-year hiatus from it. Like I stopped before everyone else did.
Well, I went through a divorce and
but their personal life stuff got into it. We don't
for
really,
everybody. You, me, Shav, Carl.
Like, everyone went through some crap.
Two of us went through divorces. So
I went through a separation.
3 of us went through kids issues. So yeah.
You know, like everyone kind of went through one thing at the point. Like when we kind of stopped playing, we all kind of stopped playing around the same time.
Yeah,
it was just we were trying to make time for it.
Didn't have time for it.
You know, and we tried to make time for it. Someone else had to cancel because there was something going on, and like just life got hectic. And then we all just kind of like drifted away a little bit magic-wise. Like we're still friends. We'd hang out every now and then, but it wasn't like, hey, let's play some Magic. We just never had time for it.
That's for sure. Definitely didn't have time.
And
that one day, well, it was a Monday because my girlfriend Amber was at work and Tad wasn't doing anything, so I had him come over because she was working night shifts, so she wasn't going to be home till 11ish. And him and I played. Well, in a good 2 hours.
Yeah, we're just
like, fuck, why'd we stop playing this?
So much fun. We're going to start playing more.
So we decided we wanted to start playing more, and then we started talking to all our buddies again, and here we are, like I said, every other Saturday playing, at least
four to six of us.
Minimum of 4 of us playing.
Yeah, sometimes we get 8 of us.
Yep.
You know, it's never a growing group, which I like. And
that's awesome because it was originally just you, me,
Carl
Schaff, and now we got my girlfriend, and we got Lexi, and now we got John and Jana coming in too on a very regular basis. So that's awesome.
It is awesome. And like me and Schaff started getting more into the competitive style.
Oh yeah, you guys are a lot more competitive. You guys have been going fairly regularly to drafts and
we're getting our standard decks put together.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to join you guys. I'm building a standard deck.
Well, like I think what the catalyst for that was like at first we were just kind of playing the decks we had, and it was like, oh, we're playing fine. And then Shav kind of pointed out there was this pre-release for Shadows of Renisha, and I was like, yeah, you guys want to go do a pre-release? And
I said I would love to, but it didn't have the money, and he kept pushing me, and ended up making me go, and he was paying. He wouldn't let me say yes or no.
So like
that was my first one.
It was my first. I think it was everyone's first one.
I thought you had been to one before. You'd been to
No, it was I went to the first like tournament things like between us.
Right.
Because me and Richard went down to a Friday night. It was a two-headed giant that we got fucked up in. So it was a two-headed giant sealed, and I had never done a sealed event, and I was relying on Richard to walk me through it.
Right.
Imagine how that turned out.
Right.
So we lost every match, and then we eventually just got like buys through the rest of it because like we just were doing so bad. Yeah. So like the wins we got were just from like sadness. And, like, we just left. It wasn't good.
No.
And then I started figuring out the format, and then that's when we started getting competitive, and that was back in 2009 when Zendikar came out. And then
Remember you and I bought a booster box of the Zendikar?
Yeah, it was. We got some pretty sweet shit out of that, too.
Mm-hmm.
I
think I thought we were badass for buying one booster box, and there was guys down there that bought 6+.
Yeah, they're buying cases of it.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I remember building that. Like, the best deck I built that I did down there was that Solid Red Goblin deck.
Yep.
It was just burnt, and the best record I ever had was 2-2.
And I did a solid green deck with that your free Hydra that you got in your deck now.
Yeah.
I had in that. And like I said, that was the one I was talking about earlier that fucking allies locked down and I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, like we were thinking
I steamrolled the first game. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to fuck people up. And then believe it or not, she got lucky and got that one ally out she needed the last 2 games and just steamrolled me because I couldn't do anything. As soon as she put an ally out, she locked down my color and I could not do anything.
Well, that's the thing is, like, at the time, we were...
Allies were big.
I would say we were novices.
Didn't you also say that family was spending hundreds of dollars per deck?
Oh, yeah. There was a dad, a mom, and like
their daughter.
Their teenage daughter, like about 12 years, 13 years old. And I think the mom was pregnant at the time, too. And, like, each one was running a different ally deck or something like that. And they just dropped money upon money upon money on it. But at the time, like, we thought we were
like, hey, we got $5.
Yeah. Like, we brought in these, like, really budgetless, like, what kind of card do you got? Oh, let's throw this in here real quick.
Yeah, basically just traded between boosters. Yeah.
And they're like...
Now we've become wise and buy it per card.
Yeah, we actually build a deck and buy it per deck. Speaking of building a deck, what is your favorite deck?
Ever? Or what I'm currently building?
Your entire span, top 2, most fun played decks. Like decks that you can just pull out, whether you win, whether you lose, you enjoy playing that deck.
My top one would have to be my Red Dragon one right now, just because it's fun as fuck to play. I just like aggressively pull out dragons. I'm like, and then start swinging with them. And even if I don't lose, even if I lose, it's still fun as hell to play.
Yeah, you get giant dragons turn 3. Who's gonna be mad at that?
Exactly. Especially an Emperor when I start tossing out dragons at teammates.
Yeah,
on Emperor.
Emperor didn't need help on that one. No, I get my ass kicked.
But so that would have to be my top one. My second favorite all-in-one would have to be originally back when I had that Korlesh deck. It was fun to play just because Korlesh is my favorite. He's actually going to be in my zombie deck I'm actually currently building. He's actually going to make a reappearance after like 10 years.
He has been on hiatus. He's been backpacking through Mirrodin, trying to find his soul. Turns out he doesn't have one. It's just a dark black hole.
So he's just been in my binder. I have one from, what is it?
Onslaught?
No, it's Time Spiral.
Time Spiral.
And then I have the pre-release one. I have one of each, so they'll probably be in there. So I'm excited for that. So those were my 2 big ones. So one's a current one, and one's a very old one that's no longer in existence.
Which is kind of depressing.
Yeah, but it wouldn't even be able to run now.
Yeah.
Compared to all these decks, everybody's super aggressive that we play now. We're not
streamlined. It's not like my first deck where 80 cards with 17 mana in it, and everything costs 5 more to cast.
Right.
Why can't I play anything?
I don't have enough mana, retard.
No one helped me build it. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah. Trial by error.
Yeah, I learned a lesson that day.
Mm-hmm. So those would have to be my 2 tops.
I'm actually kind of surprised Elementals were in there. Like, as much time and effort you put in there, like...
That's up there. It's probably
top 5.
Within those 3. I wouldn't even say 5. That'd be like top 3. Because I started building that...
forever.
Back when Lorwyn first came out. I started messing with that, with Elementals in general. And then I decided to go with red-green Elementals. And slowly built it up from there. And it's just been getting tweaked ever since because it was good at first, and then everybody's become a lot more aggressive. So I had to adjust it, and it's not right yet. I think once I get those cards that I was talking about previously, the Flings and Omnath Enraged and stuff, it's going to be a lot better, I hope.
Nah, it'll be.
Yeah, we'll see as we start playing it.
Well, here's the thing: is it's still already a good deck. You know, it's just like depends on the matchup you're going against.
All right, and that Mage Slayer comes in handy. I got to get more. I'm not gonna say a full play set of Mage Slayers, but I need at least 2 in there.
Yeah, especially you put that on Nova Chaser, dude.
Yep, 10 automatically.
Plus, it's a fucking 10-2 Trampler. Turn 4.
3, I think.
Turn 3.
It's 3.
It's 3. I know you gotta sacrifice it or whatever after you do something.
Yep, but that's the beauty about doing that. I have to enchant an elemental. I have an elemental for 1, allows me to search for an elemental in my deck, put it on top of my deck. I enchant that elemental, put it out of play, put my Nova Chaser in, do my thing with my Nova Chaser, say my Fling, automatically do 10. That comes back into play. I search for another Nova Chaser, and on and on and on. It's pretty cool.
Pretty wicked.
And with those Mage Slayers on them, if I already dealt 10 and I go to swing the next turn with a Mage Slayer, I automatically dealt 10. So they just 8-20 overall. So
well, you can swing with the Mage Slayer, and then once that activates, and
can you automatically go into Fling then?
Yeah.
And
before they can go to block or nothing. Like you can swing for attack, and then Mage Slayer activates, and then they go
on the Fling.
And then like so that goes.
Bye bye.
Yeah, that's automatic turn 4.
Yeah.
Turn 3 if you have the mana for it.
What Mage Slayer's 3? 1 in mountain and a forest.
Yeah, to get it out there, but
yeah, and then 2 to equip. So depends if you got the mana.
Because Fling's 1 in a red. Mage Slayer, 2 or 3 to equip?
3, I think.
3. So turn 4. Turn 4, turn 5. You can swing in with them. They're dead. Easily they're dead.
Yep.
Crazy stupid.
So, once I get all that stuff, I think it'll be pretty fluid, as much as I can do to it.
It'll be fun.
I'll have fun playing with it either way.
Yeah,
so.
I look forward to seeing that deck.
Yeah.
I hope to kick your ass with it.
With my own deck?
With it? Because
to bring back memories for you for when you used to use it?
Well, I was just thinking I'll build my control blue deck again and just take all your creatures.
What way to be a dick.
Yeah, I'm kind of an asshole like that.
Hence why I hate blue.
I can just play College 2-ish and just you don't get to do anything to me.
I pass on that.
Which Shav still has, by the way. He has not brought that back.
Really?
Yeah, he's had it for like a month. Alright, so what do you want to be as a player? Like, you want to be just straight casual, just have fun? You want to start kind of getting into the competitive thing?
I don't know if I have the time. I would like to be competitive and, go more in, maybe try winning money, get in more aggressively.
That's the thing. I was going to ask, do you think you have the mindset for it? Or is it one of those things where it's just kind of like... That's not necessarily a bad thing. There are people who are just casual players. But if you don't have the...
I don't know if I have the mindset right now. I'd have to get more aggressively into it, do a lot more reading and more discussion with you, Shav, and John. I just don't know if I have the time with 2 kids and a full-time job. So basically casual right now.
What are your aspirations as a Magic player? Like, where would you like to see yourself? Like, by the time, like...
I want to be a more aggressive player. I want to be able to build more combo decks by myself without any assistance. I get a lot of assistance on 98% of my decks.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be able to do it all by myself. It's like, I can do this with a combo with this and this. And
so then you can come down and show us off and be like, oh, hey, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Right? And I was like, I just skull fucked you with that. Or, I have this cool idea, but it didn't work. Now I need to try this instead.
That's how most deck building goes, though. Is like, this seems awesome, and then it blows up in your face. And I'm like, I need to find something else that works here. And then then you see our finished result of this is what we have for you.
Right.
Like the werewolf deck that I was showing you earlier. I spent a week and a half on that, just trying to get it to function where it's actually you can do shit, and not just turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4.
Right.
It's actually competitive in a sense. It's not easy, especially with the format that we're playing in right now.
You got to be aggressive for that one. Those are late games.
It's a very control-y format, which you'd think I'd thrive in, but
you haven't been doing so hot.
No. Well, I went did the one standard tournament, and I went 3-3 at the pre-release. I think we all did, except for Lexi.
Yeah, I think I did 3 because I wasn't smart enough to realize how to use their stupid cards, and I think I gave some of my wins to the other player.
Possibly. You did have a pretty strong deck.
So,
well, I think that covers everything.
At least for this one, until we get into some of our heroes and villains.
We're going to get into those, whether it's either on the podcast or it's just going to be a straight Magic the Heroing little.
I think it'll be a combination, hardcore.
It's gonna have its own little thing. It's gonna make its own life out of it. And
yeah.
Eventually, either we will make the cards or we will petition someone of you out there to just put the cards together for us. We'd appreciate
we'll play
that.
them. Yeah.
How fun would it be to have a DC deck? DC heroes versus DC villains.
Oh,
then
you can get to that route. Then you can go with DC versus Marvel.
Right, like a legit one.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's so good. We're gonna get into that all in the future.
Yep,
I can't
definitely in the future. Not tonight.
Not tonight. We are out of time.
Way out of time.
We're not as over as we were with Shop, but we are a little bit over. But I'm okay with that. I had fun.
I definitely had fun.
Yeah. I'll see you back. They'll see you back. Well, hear you back.
Right.
I'll see you. Unless you are standing in my window, which. Please stop doing that. It's getting weird.
2 stories up, that'd be hard.
You'd be surprised what they do.
Well, peace out, Multiverse.